Hello everyone, and welcome to the Registration Station Volunteer Training webinar. My name is Anthony and I am the Regional Trainer for the Florida Immigrant Coalition. Now, in this webinar we'll be going over how the registration station is going to operate specifically for the May 20th Mega Clinic events, which are being hosted or co-hosted by the Florida Immigrant Coalition. So chances are there may be some locations which may have registration stations that operate a little bit differently, but generally this is how the registration station will work for our May 20th clinics. Now, this is the general flow of the flow chart of our citizenship clinics, where we have the clinic broken down into 5 different respective stations, of which today we are going to focus solely on registration, the very first one, right? So at the very first station of registration is we have our applicants coming in through the entrance, and they all receive what's called an intake folder. Now each intake folder will have a number on it on a corner of the folder, and it will be first come first served basis. So based on the applicants coming in, each person will receive a folder in order from 1 going up. So let's use this example where we have a lady with an intake folder with the number 35 on it, right? So this lady would have the folder 35 on it, and when it is her time to come up to the registration station, she would come and sit down with a registration station volunteer. That would be you. At the registration station, we would open up this blue folder, and on the right hand side we would fill out what is known as the intake form. Now each intake folder should have this intake form with the number on the top written, which corresponds to the number on the folder. So in this case we have number 35 on the intake folder, number 35 on the intake form. This will help us to identify once we are finished with this intake form, in which case we will lift up the 2 metal tabs on the top and remove the paper and collect it before sending them off to the next station. So this lady has come up to us, and she is ready to she's ready to be served at our citizenship clinic. You will ask her to pull out her permanent residency card, or her green card, which will look something like this, as well as a copy of her driver's license. This will allow us to fill out the intake form quickly and efficiently. It is your job to fill out this intake form on their behalf. This way there won't be any mistakes. We don't have people submitting intake forms with all different types of handwritings and possibility of error, right? We want to make sure that we're the ones that can fill this out for them quickly and efficiently. So we'll begin by taking a look at this intake form. We'll fill out the last name, first name, the street address, which we will find on their license. You also want to ask them if the street address on their license is up to date, the city, the zip code, the state, phone number. You will ask them for a daytime phone number, and if they have an email address, preferably, please advise them to give them an email address if possible. In most instances, our applicants have email addresses, but if we have a case where maybe it's an elderly person and they don't use email, then phone number is fine. Gender, male, female, race, age, date of birth, and you'll find all of these on the driver's license, and the race and the date of birth you'll find on the driver's license or on the green card. Social security number, you'll ask them for their social security number. If they know it, they can tell it to you, or if they have a social security card, they can show it to you as well. Alien number, that is the 9-digit USCIS number on the green card. It's the only 9-digit number on the green card. That's what you fill out on their alien number. Country of origin, primary language. How did you hear about us? They'll say they heard about us either through the radio, or they received a flyer, or via email, or via Facebook, and so forth. You would just simply fill out where they heard about us. Number of non-US born children under 18. Remember to emphasize on the non-US born children part. Immigration status, most of the times this is left empty unless they were a refugee or asylee, in which case you would just leave it blank and put LPR, legal permanent resident, or resident under current immigration status. Date of arrival to the U.S. and date obtained current status, usually they are the same, sometimes they are different. The most important one here is date obtained current status. You don't always have to fill this part out if they don't remember. If they do, it helps. Go ahead and fill it out. So the only one that you're encouraged, the only one that you're where it's okay and it's an exception to not fill out really would be the date of arrival and the immigration status at entry. If they don't have if they didn't come in as a refugee or asylee, it's not necessary to put other and explain. Marital status, you put their marital status, their current present marital status, their current employment status, and their highest level of education. Once you've got this filled out, you go ahead and remove the intake form from the folder, take it out, and we are going to be collecting them so that at the end of our time at the clinic, once registration has been closed and there are no more applicants coming in through the entrance to fill out their intake forms with you, we would collect them and we would put someone in charge of holding on to them, putting them in a file folder, because at the very end, these intake folders, these blue intake folders, are collected at the exit station. So we would go ahead and grab the folder with all of the intake forms that we've collected, gathered, and filled out, and we would send it over to exit and give it to the station coordinator at the exit station. So this is the general role and procedures of the registration station. Very simple, straight to the point. If you have any other further questions, concerns, inquiries regarding this registration station roles and procedures, feel free to email us at fna@floridaimmigrant.org or give us a call at 305-571-7254. Once again, my name is Anthony and I am the Regional Trainer for the Florida Immigrant Coalition. Thanks for watching and we hope to see you soon.